Hey, beautiful souls. If you're seeing this, this is meant for you. What I'm about to share with you, I've only shared with a handful of people. It is something sensitive, but I believe that what I experienced is something that millions of people go through every day and don't realize that there is an alternative solution. So, back in September of 2010, actually, when my daughter was born, actually in the hospital with my daughter being born, I started experiencing an indescribable pain from inside the bone in my back, in my spine, that it was unlike anything I had ever experienced before. I'd had a lifetime of back injuries, playing sports, racing BMX, sliding downstairs on my ass from wearing socks, just stupid stuff. But I've always been able to recover. And when I started describing this pain to my doctors, and it was a debilitating pain. It was something that made it to where I couldn't sit, walk, sleep, stand. I couldn't do anything for any long periods of time, which is something that a lot of people suffer through. And it turned out after getting my first MRI, we discovered that I had a tumor inside of my T9 vertebrae in my lower back. It was a benign tumor called an interosseous meningioma, something that was rare, that was to be down in my spine. The doctors told me it was usually the top of your spine and the base of your skull. I had a neurologist, a neurosurgeon, a regular doctor, a pain management specialist, and we tried everything that my insurance would allow. Physical therapy, chiropractor, masseuse, acupuncture, even went in with needles and lasers to deaden the nerve endings and got absolutely no results. This is something that I suffered with for almost a decade until January 23rd, 2020. It is something that I lost most of the people in my life over, and mostly my fault. I retracted. I stayed away from everybody. I didn't want people to really know what I was going through. In December 2019 and going into January 2020, I had a series of catalysts that really had gotten me to my lowest point. The depression was setting in. I was watching my mom go through her final stages of cancer and a few other things that really got me to the point where in the beginning of 2020 I was at my most hopeless state. Really felt like I had nothing to lose, and so I asked God. Actually, I told God, bring me home or show me another way. And sure enough, within a couple days, I started thinking about meditation, which I had no clue about. I had never even considered it before. There had been a few people throughout my 10 years of dealing with that said, hey, you should probably look into this, but I never thought it was anything that would be for me. I was very hyperactive. My brain wouldn't shut off. Most of the normal things that most people think of, that keeps them from even trying it. But I figured, what do I have to lose? I spent the next couple weeks following along some guided meditations. The only thing I knew to look for was energy centers, chakras, even though I had no idea what they were. And after my first meditation, though I had no pain relief, I realized I wasn't depressed. I felt absolutely amazing. And I figured, I'm going to keep doing this every day if I have to. After a couple weeks, on January 23rd, 2020, 123, now I call my Hope Day. And going through a meditation, and I just started feeling where I was putting my attention. I could feel, it was actually on my right shoulder, I was just putting my attention there, and I could feel this source of energy, almost like static energy, the size of maybe a basketball. And I started realizing that I could control this energy. that I could move it, and I started moving it around my body. When I got to my tumor, not even realizing it, I had no intentions. I was just amazed that I was connecting with my body and that I could move this energy around my body. When I got to my tumor, I said, no more, enough, I'm done. And it shut off like a light switch. It scared the shit out of me. I had no idea what just happened. I thought it was a miracle. Thought it was some sort of Jedi mind trick. However, I soon realized that I was in control now. That we are all in control. And I figured, what the hell? I'm going to keep doing this every day to make sure it doesn't come back. It has now been almost 5 years. Not only has the pain not come back, I suffered from severe migraines for about 15 years, severe allergies for about 25 years, and I have not been sick for a single moment since that day. Nothing, no migraines, no allergies, no ailments. I was about 80 pounds heavier than I am now. The weight just fell off, just melted off. It absolutely had changed my life. Meditation was just the key, but ultimately was that I realized that everything was already inside of me. Source, God, all this divine light that we all carry inside of us was right there. From that moment on, I knew that everything was a choice. It was my choice. And I now know that everybody has this ability to heal, to live, to thrive, to become the divine soul you were meant to be. So to sum this up, it's time to remember who you are. You are an eternal, vibrational, energetic being of light. You are a divine soul that has a true quantum connection to everything, to all, to God. Whatever your beliefs, whatever your faiths, you are part of something much greater than you could ever imagine. We are all equally unique fragments of I am, of consciousness, of God, and thy desire to know thyself. When you begin to realize this, and you start taking steps to live your life in a much cleaner, healthier, more vibrant way, you will be amazed at the changes that come along with that. Healing illnesses and ailments, living your life to its fullest potential, being so full of joy that it almost seems ridiculous to other people. It's time for you to shine your light to all those around you. You may be the beacon of light that your friends and family need, that maybe you need. I love you. Have an amazing day, and know this: everything you need is right inside of you. You just need to take the time to slow down and look and listen. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you'd like more information on these type of topics, let me know. I'm happy to share. I am living proof that life does not have to be over when you are diagnosed with something that you think can't be resolved. You are an absolutely beautiful soul, full of light and life. It's time to live.